All right. Looks like we're there and live, and it always goes live before it says it's gonna, so I always feel like that couple minutes I'm just sitting there staring there. Okay. Welcome everybody. I'm gonna give a minute or two as usual to make sure everyone has a chance to find us here. Let me adjust my screen here. I am taking over for Leah today. I've got something super fun. I know we just did the holiday release yesterday. And I hate to do it to you, but we're so super excited that we're sharing another sneak peek with you. This one is for later this month, but we wanted to get the word out, so we decided not to wait until closer to do the sneak peek. So it's a super duper big, and to be fair, this is a secret I've been keeping for months and months and months, and it's been so hard to just keep quiet and not say anything. So I'm really excited that today is the day I can finally show it. I'm going to turn my hot foil on machine on so it can start. Oh, but Nikki, this is one thing that's just going to be a basic staple that's going to help you get so much more use at of all the other hot foil plates that you already have. And I know you have a hot foil machine now. All right, hi Nikki. I already said hi Nikki. I'm sorry, Melissa. I was looking at the wrong name. Carol and Sherry and Kitty, and hi Leah. I know Pauline. So our holiday release was actually supposed to be back in August, and it got pushed off to this just yesterday, actually. So our next release is a little closer than it normally would, but it's not a huge release. It's a good one, but it's not a huge one. But there's this one particular item that has been in the works for months and months and months, and I get to show it to you today. So it actually was something that came about after a live. So I'll tell you more about it here when I get ready to show you. But first, as I see people popping in here, a couple things. If you are new and this is your first time watching, usually it's Leah on Tuesday on YouTube Live. Leave a little note in the comments. Let us know that this is your first live. We would love to say hello to you. And then if you're new too, or if not, make sure and leave lots of those comments, leave questions. All of those count as an entry for a $15 gift card. Leah is behind the scenes today. We swap places for this week. So she'll be keeping an eye on those comments, linking up everything I use, except for the one new thing that isn't available yet. And I do my best to watch all the comments and answer any questions that happen along the way. Especially today with all the hot foiling, I'll possibly be a little more likely to miss some of those, but Leah does a great job of catching them. If we both miss them for some reason, just leave that comment or question again, and we'll keep an eye on it. And I see lots of hellos from Florida, from Clarkston, Washington, from Seattle. Hey, a couple of Washingtonians here. And Iowa. Marlene, I see you are here for the first time. Welcome. So glad you can join us. There were probably a couple more that slipped by and I missed them. So if this is your first time, then welcome. And then I don't remember if I said something about sharing this video. If you are able to share it, you can share it in a message to a friend, in a group, on your own page, and then just leave a little comment letting us know you shared. And then one other thing, if you're here and enjoying it, we would love if you could click that little, let's see, I'm on the wrong side there. I always can't figure out where to go. Click the little thumbs up button down there. I don't even know if I did that right. Anyway, it's down on one of the bottom corners there. If you click that, that helps kind of get the video out a little more so more people can find and see this. So, all right, Diane, welcome. Aha, I just saw you this morning. This is my second live today. I had another live. I'm in another group for a card class I'm going to be teaching. Natalie, you don't know about this actually. Our card team just found out about it here a couple days ago, but we haven't shared it with the scrapbook team. So, all right, I think we're all up and running and ready to go. So let's talk a little bit about what this awesome new product is. My hot foil machine's almost ready, and then I'll switch the camera and we'll get started. So several months ago, I don't remember, it was February, March, April, sometime earlier this spring, I was watching Leah do a live and we were hot foiling, peeled off that hot foil, and someone asked the same question that has always been on my mind whenever I hot foiled. When you pull off that negative piece, And you're sitting there looking at it going, I wish I didn't have to throw this away. I wish there was something I could do with it. And someone asked that in the live, and it was the same thing. I'd pull it off and I'd show it to my girls. I'm like, this is so pretty. I wish I didn't have to throw it away. And they're like, no, don't be a hoarder, Mom. Throw it away. So I did. I mean, because they're right. What was I going to do with it? If I just kept it in a pile, it was just going to clutter up my desk. So someone asked that in a live, and all of a sudden I had this light bulb moment. It's a great idea. Message Canary, and I was like, we need to talk after this live. And this is what came about as the result of it. It just took a long time to get it all perfected. This is going to be our new, you can tell I've had this for months and I've been using it, solid hot foil plate. So I'm going to show you what it does, but basically what you can do is take all of those, reverse the negative space of your hot foil and get a reverse image, and it gives such a fun effect with the coordinating dies. There's a bunch of other things you can do with this. So I'm going to show you a couple of them today, and I'm going to use some of our new holiday release. So let's get the camera turned around and I'll go ahead and get started showing this. And it looks like my platform is ready, so good timing. And I'm going to, really quick for this first part when we're hot foiling, I have limited desk space. So I'm going to zoom my camera out a little bit more. So you're going to see a little more, probably the corner of my laptop and some stuff like that. But I wanted to get as much on here so I could kind of show you what we're doing. So this is going to be what we're going to use next. I don't even have packaging for it yet. That's how new this is. And hold on, let me get rid of that camera thing. Oops. Okay, 1 second here. There we go, get all this. Okay, so we're gonna do the new abstract triangles and then we'll do the reverse. So we're gonna do 2 cards. They're all gonna be a reverse. So one quick disclaimer, and in answer to Catherine's question, our release at the end of this month, which I believe is on the 27th, so about 3 weeks away. Now, if you have a Gemini hot foil, the hot foil machine, the foil press, there we go, I had to remember what the name of it was. There is a metal shim plate that comes with it that you can do something similar with it. However, from my experience, I found this worked, it was a little thicker. This works a little bit better for me, but test it out with your machine. We wanted to be really open that the Gemini foil press already comes with something that does something a little similar. I just felt on that I had to play a little more with shims to get it just right. But if you're using a Glimmer, or if you just want something that's a little easier for your Gemini, this is going to be really, really handy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here first. Let me pull out, where did I put, oh, there they are. All right, we're going to do our original first piece of hot foiling. My machine's all hot and ready, so I'm going to put my plate on there. I think you can see it here. Hit our timer button, and we'll do our initial first bit of hot foiling. I already pre-trimmed some pieces of foil. I'm using the Aura, which is, it's a beautiful gold that has kind of a rainbow shimmer and shine to it. Yeah, Amy, I have a pile of stuff that I've been foiling with my reverse pieces, and it's been so hard to keep them a secret and not use them on my cards. So I'm super excited. In fact, I have so many that I'm kind of planning a giveaway of some of my pre-foiled pieces. Not quite sure when I'm going to do that, but I'm going to get my Gemini here in place, or my Spellbinders die cut machine here. And then as soon as this timer goes off, we'll go ahead and foil this first piece. Right, Nikki? I think we just showed this to the design team with a video kind of explaining how it worked just a couple days ago. I think it was right before the weekend. And there were a great many of the team members that were like, oh my goodness, going through our garbage right now to pull these out. So, okay, let me get that centered there. Pull this off. Put my hot foil on there. I'm using a bigger piece of hot foil because we've decided it's better to waste paper and not messed up. Okay, run this through. I'm just going to run this through one time because I don't want too much overfoiling. This is only as good, that solid foil plate's only as good as the first foil you get. Now hold on, I'm gonna swap out my plates real quick because I wanna get this one preheating. Because one thing I found is you definitely wanna get that really nice and hot. Okay, and here is our magical reveal. Ta-da! And see, there's one teensy tiny bit, but that's out of the range of our foil piece anyway. So there's our first beautiful hot foiled image. I'm gonna set this aside now. Slide this back here for a minute. And while this preheats, now there's a few different ways to do this. I found for me, my preference here is to go ahead and tape this negative space down, because now see, you've got this huge piece of foil. All of this foil would have been going to waste for me otherwise. Okay. Right, Natalie, sorry. We were, you know, it's kind of been a long process of trying to get it just right and have it ready to release. So we kind of kept it pretty top secret until we had it just right, because we didn't want, yeah, we just didn't want to rush things. Okay, so I have another big piece of cardstock. I've put tiny pieces of tape just in 2 corners. That's just going to help hold it in place. And then it's also going to give me something to peel up the edge of that foil piece with as well. All right, platform is ready. I'm going to turn the timer on. We're doing a lot of hot foiling, so we've got the hurry up and wait thing going here today. So I'm going to pull off while I wait here. We're going to also do the Thrill of Hope Wraith words. I know we used that for a live last week, but we're going to go for it again, just because we can. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, it's getting close now. I want to make sure it has plenty of time to be fully heated. So let's pull this down a little closer. One other thing, not always, but sometimes, and play with your machine and know, I do often add a cardstock shim with this, just one thin piece of 100-pound cardstock. You don't have to, but especially on one that has so much surface area like this, I just want to really make sure I've got really good solid pressure over the entire thing. I'm seeing so many comments going by. I know I'm missing a pile of them. So if you're asking a question that I need to answer, please feel free to ask again. Okay, pull this out. Once again, I'm going to make sure this is nicely centered here. I'm going to put this piece face down there on that. Got my cardstock shim in the middle, my top plates. I'm going to go through nice and slow. And then I'm going to go ahead on this one. I'm going to go ahead and reverse and go back. I might not have to, but I'd rather. Okay. Slide this back on there. Take this solid plate off again for a few minutes. Should have probably done all of our first, but that way that can start heating. Are you ready for this? Okay. I'm telling you guys, this is magic. Oh my goodness. It still just makes me so happy every time. Look at that. So you have this total reversed image. You get both. It's like a 2-for-1. It suddenly takes every single hot foil plate we have and gives you a complete different way to look at it and to do it. So, so crazy. Isn't that fun? Okay, you put it in the glimmer machine. Yes, Sherry, so you preheat it. That's what makes the effect, the hot foil work. And then it's the pressure of the die cut machine that puts it all together. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now we're gonna do it on a word die just because we have to. All right, so I'm gonna put that little, I'm using a really big piece of cardstock, but you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. And we're gonna do the same reverse thing on this one as soon as that preheats. I love how much less waste I have now with hot foiling. All right, so the sentiment is going to give us, again, a full different look on here. And then I've got one more thing I'm going to show you with that plate before we put it away and move on to putting our card together. Yes, so the butterflies are amazing. I'm going to do this on a sentiment. All of our perfect sentiments dies are absolutely amazing, especially when you're getting all of those sentiments on one plate. And now all of a sudden you also can get the reverse of them. Oh, I can't even tell you guys how cool it is. Super duper cool. And then when we do this, you'll see that you get that reverse. So with the die cut still on there. This word die set is the Thrill of Hope. This is the coordinating hot foil plates that go with this stamp set. And I see this is ready here. So let's go ahead and pop this off. Let's do our first hot foiled sentiment there. We don't need our shim, so I'll pull that out. And we'll run this through. I know the Aura foil is definitely my favorite. Okay. Oops. Well, that just slipped right off nice and easy. So there's our first beautiful foiled sentiment. And we're going to save our negative there. Take that off. The foil plate there is ready. I need to get the little holder there. And we'll put this on here and let our machine heat up again. So there's that first word there. And then we're going to use this one on another sheet of cardstock. I know I love that sentiment as well, that Thrill of Hope. And Sue, you're right. I should use less. I pre-cut it in advance and I was trying to get everything ready to go. So yes, I should have trimmed it down. But you know what? Actually, it didn't overfoil at all on there. So I've been pretty impressed with the quality of Pinkfresh Studio. Yeah, hot foil plates. Leah just said it on there too. It's very, very, I think the only occasional time I've gotten it is more on the corner of a big cover plate. And when you trim this out, I mean, if you even look on there, I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of above the edge of that. So it's almost like the outside. That's how I've been feeling for months and months and months. So, okay, let's get that. I don't think I hit the timer yet. So we'll make sure that's ready. And set these aside. And then I'll show you the last thing we're going to do. We're also going to put on these cards some of the fancy oval frame is what this die is. And you know when you have a hot foil background, you know, something like this, and you want to do a die cut and you want it in gold, and you want it to be that perfect color to match whatever the foil you have on your background, well, this plate makes it perfectly easy to foil this to have it exactly match. So I'll show you that next. We'll go ahead and do this. I feel like I'm just giddy with excitement. I probably sound like a hyper bunny or something, but you know, Amy, I don't think we have anything set up to pre-order, but I wish we did because we're definitely letting Kinnery know she needs to order a lot of these because I think they're going to be very popular. Okay, the plate is ready. Pop that on there again, upside down. And I'm not going to worry about the extra shim on this one because I'm not too worried about it. Through, and then we'll also go back. Actually, I don't know if I went far enough. Let me make sure. Okay. Okay, let me get this back on so it can preheat for our frame. And then can you see how this went all the way to the edges? This is why those little pieces of tape are kind of handy because I can peel them up and they're gonna grab the edge of that foil and help me kind of peel it up. So I wasn't worried about the foiling down there because the tape does mess up the foiling a little bit on it. That's why a bigger piece helps. But there's our reverse. So let's go ahead while that preheats. Let's grab our coordinating die and we'll die cut both of these so you can see both versions die cut. All right. let's get this lined up here, and then I'll grab my cutting plates. Okay, and I see the platform's ready there. So I'm gonna hit the timer and let that, make sure it's all the way hot. I'm gonna do this real quick. Oops, my laptop. Extra little bits. All right, so there's that version. And then I lost my tape there. Let's see if I can, I'll just get a new little piece. Okay. And we'll die cut that version. And you can see it's gonna be perfect timing that our hot foil plate will be hot and ready by the time we're ready. All right. So check this out. Both versions. Is that not awesome? So now we have, it looks like foil with white words in the middle, and then the white with the foil in the center. Okay. Right, Natalie? I'd like to say I'm sorry, but foiling is so magical that I think everybody should do it, especially if I can help make it more tempting. Yes, Luan, you can make 2 from 1. That is the best part about this. Okay, so this is all hot and ready. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the hot foil plate down, or hot foil piece, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me get a bigger piece of cardstock. All right, so shiny side up, then I'm gonna put the side of my die cut that I want foiled straight down onto that foil. Now a piece of cardstock, not so much as a shim, but all that foil is gonna end up on my plates if I don't separate it. So I'm pushing a piece of cardstock over the top, setting my top plate. Oops. Straight. Okay, let's move this. I think we're all done foiling now. So I'm going to turn my hot foil plate, move it out of the way so it can start cooling down out of trouble. And then check this out. Your die cut piece, all hot foiled and ready. And now it perfectly matches. In fact, part of me thinks, you know, we could probably do something fun with this. I'm not going to today, but I bet we could do that. And kind of have fun with it. But for now, I'm just going to get that out of the way. And now we've got a bunch of our pieces and lots. Yes, foiling die cut. I've done it on some sentiment pieces. This is the first time I did it on one of these frames. The other thing is when you die cut, when you die cut, the edges all kind of get curled. Sometimes you get some, you know, funny little edges. Putting it through there made it so crisp and flat and smooth and perfect. So kind of another bonus to this as well. Okay, really quick, I'm gonna go ahead and move on here, and I'm gonna die cut both of these. I think I'm gonna do one with just the stitched rectangle and one with the diagonal stitched rectangles. Either one would work. I've got my tape here to hold that in place. Okay. Just tape them both down and we'll die cut. And then I think that'll be all of our die cutting. Let's see. Just checking, making sure I'm not missing too many comments or questions. That one down, and then we'll have these all ready to turn into our cards. Sorry, that's super duper loud. Take my pen. All right, so there we have that one die cut with the stitching. Do this one die cut with the stitching. Yes, Allison, it will be up for replay, and you're definitely going to want to watch the replay of this one. Okay. I'm going to be a messy crafter today and just move all of this out of the way. I'm going to have a mess to clean up when I'm done, but you know what? That's okay. I don't think I have any more die cutting. So let's move on and start putting, oh, I spoke too soon. I do have a little more die cutting. Okay, I'm gonna add this. I die cut a couple extra of these oval frames to make a nice little dimensional embellishment. Then we have these, so we're gonna mix and match, but I do have, I'm gonna add some of the new poinsettia washi tape. Oops. Let me get that rolled out here and ready. And then we'll die cut that real quick. So I do have to pull my die cut machine out one more time. You like when I'm a messy crafter? I'm only messy, I feel like, when I'm either really stressed and running late, and then who's got time to clean? Or if I'm live and I don't want to put everyone through watching me clean. Every now and then I can't resist and I have to clean something, but generally I work better in less chaos and more order. But there's always those times where you just gotta roll with it. All right, then the coordinating die for this. You guys know how long it's been since I've done a live where I didn't do any ink blending or layering stencils? It's gotta be a record, huh? Not that I'm sorry, because I'm pretty happy with what I got to share today. I just think it's funny. Yes, Deanne, Deanna's, yep, the Clipper Street class I'm doing. Hi again, Amy. All right, let's get all these pieces. I probably will only need one of these. But in fact, I don't think, why would I need more? You know what, I'll just die cut. I've got another one already all spread out and ready to go. I'm gonna die cut that. I should have die cut in advance. I'm just gonna line that up and go ahead and die cut that one as well. Because then if I kind of wish I had extra sentiments, oops, that tape's not gonna stick though. Tiny bit more tape. Tried this tape, a little sturdier to hold that washi in place. Sometimes I forget about that little fact. This washi has a bit of a slippery texture, so a little extra help to hold it in place is good. Okay. And we'll just make sure we have lots of pretties to add to our cards. I thought I just felt that move. Okay. I might have just screwed up the placement on the top. So if those come out wrong, I really only need all the little pieces anyway. Actually, we did pretty good. I remember everyone's talking about being messy and meaning you're being creative. I remember saying when I was a kid, it was on lots of stuff, especially my mom, I know she had it, that messy hands, happy heart. And I think, you know, that's probably true. Okay. Paper cut to size. You know, I don't think we've thought about it. It's pretty easy. I just got a really good paper trimmer. I trim them down. 4 to 9 panels seems to be perfect for die cutting with that. All right, let me zoom my camera back in real quick, a little bit closer, because now you don't need to see so far. We want to get in a little more to the details here so we can get all of these options assembled. Okay. Gotta figure out here what I'm doing. Let's get this adhered. I'm gonna put just little bits of glue on here. So again, I die cut this fancy oval frame a few times from white cardstock so that I could kind of adhere everything together and make a little bit of a thicker, more dimensional. So you might notice here, the bottom 2 layers, I didn't pop out the detail bits in there, and I did on the top layer. The reason I did that, sorry, so I get that back in, is it'll allow those white spots to show through, but I didn't have to sit and punch out a million little layers. So it was kind of a look and a laziness all combined together, if that makes sense. Okay, so my thought here is I'll take that foiled one and put it on the more white background, the white one and put that on the more foiled background, and then probably, oops, same thing with the sentiments there. And then we'll just tuck some of our fun little bits of poinsettia washi around there. This is just like the fun clustering arranging bit that's super fun and hard to, let's see, let's tuck that back there. It's going to be hard for me to think and talk and do all at the same time, but I think I'm glad I cut more of the little extra pieces because I think I'm gonna really like having a few more of those to tuck around. All right, and then maybe a little touch of greenery. Let's see, I think we might need that there. All right, I'm kind of feeling something like that, I think. I think that's gonna be enough on there. Not chewing gum. Yeah, I don't think I could multitask that much. All right, where did I put? Here's my card bases. So the only thing now is I'm doing this, I think I need a pink card base for this one because that white. This one, on the other hand, I think we can get away. Well, I don't know. Give me 2 seconds. Oops. Okay, sorry, I had to go scrounge in my cardstock. Okay, nope, I really think that one's going to be better on the white, but this one, that one might just be better on the pink. Although it's not too bad on the green either. But again, I think the contrast of the white is going to really just work better on that. So let's trim this down for card base here. I know, and the white on white, I really actually do like that look too. I just feel like this makes those poinsettia pieces pop a little bit better. So let's just see. I think that's a little bit better for that one. Once again, part of me is tempted to shake up the color on this one, but I just think it needs that white to pop. So we're gonna leave that one alone. This is, I think this is Paper Tray ink. Pink, but I don't remember what the color is. I could look on my thing. I feel like Sweet Blush or something like that. It's one of my all-time favorite pinks, and I've had it in my stash for forever. Okay. We're gonna go wild with dimension today because we can. And let's just scooch all of our bits off of here. And then we'll get these adhered down and start doing our finishing touches. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my head in here so I can get this on there straight and square. And we'll do the same here. Just kind of sliding everything off and out of the way. Trying to keep yep, and I know I'm torn between the white and the color. That's why I thought I'll leave one white and then we'll do the color on the other, and then we get the best of both worlds. So I like that, Cheryl, a parallel universe. It's exactly what it feels like. Now you can't just make one card. Oh, Marilyn, awesome. Welcome. First time. I think I probably missed a few more people saying they were first time here, but okay. So if I had this right, let's make sure, because I think I need to tuck. I actually might change. Let's just check something here. Might just kind of, what's that saying, go big or go home, right? I think I like that. And then we'll tuck that one just coming out. Yeah. Okay. So if we're going to do that, let's get that liquid glue back out because we're going to be needing some of that. And actually that one I don't want to curl up too much because I do want my frame to sit over the top okay, but okay. Same with this one. I'm going to kind of curl up the edges a little. And then we're going to add our glue on the back of this and get it all adhered down. Lots of liquid glue today. And this one I left, hold that in place for a second here. So you might see that I left the little dots in there, but I went ahead and popped out the bigger frame pieces all the way around. To give it a minute for that glue kind of to dry on there. In fact, here, we're just gonna, that's what clear stamp blocks are for, right? I'll stack a couple of them on there. Just kind of weight that down, and then we can finish up this one over here as well. I think we had a little something different going on this side. Just playing with some different arrangements here of those flowers. There we go. Cluster a few more there so that they show a little. And then make sure there's room for our sentiment in there. Just want to make sure I have it all wiggled in kind of where I want it to be there. Okay, that's good there. So slide these out again one at a time. Tuck that around. Nice thing is this liquid glue gives me still those couple minutes to wiggle and fit these kind of around where I want still. So best of both worlds. Okay. Last one here. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing and get this frame adhered down. And it's probably going to want a few minutes to glue down as well, partly because we're adhering on top of that washi. So trying to, almost made a mess. Okay, let's see if we can transfer those clear blocks over there. And this, yes, okay, good. That is holding in place, which is what we kind of wanted. So we're good with that. And I forgot to tuck that leaf under there. So let's go ahead and put that little thing under there. And then we'll put our top ones on. There we go. Arrange that so it slides down that way a little. Oh, wait, I know what we had there. I think we had this kind of tucking under there as well. Yep. Trying to remember what I'm doing. Okay, and this one. I do feel like I'm not keeping up with the comments as good as I was before. So just gonna have to forgive me if I'm missing them. I won't pop up these sentiments on foam this time because I want to kind of nestle them in those florals. So liquid glue for the win again. Okay. That's gonna stick pretty nice and quickly there, I hope. Hold on to that foil. Just enough to stay in place. And then, good, I think we have a good, good bit of the glue adhering there. Okay. The foam tape, oh, for the backing, Sherry, especially if you haven't been here before, that is just sheets of kids fun foam with wide pieces of score tape. You can just mix and match your own, just like rolls of foam tape and put them on. I just do that because, partly because it's easier and quicker because I can get a full sheet in a hurry, and partly because it makes a really good solid background in there, but it's certainly not something that you have to have or do. All right, and then we're just about ready to wind this down, guys. And yes, I really do love this glue, and we do use it quite a bit. Okay, I think this is close. I'm having a slight thought of adding a little more on this one. You know what, I think I am gonna just tuck it in there. Glad I did that extra sheet. I think it's gonna be, there we go. Just a little extra tuck of the floral and dimension there. Okay. And then I think we're about done. So normally, you know, I don't finish a card without adding some bling. I'm a little worried that these are so glamorous and shiny already that bling would just maybe be too much. So I think I'm gonna, I feel like I'm gonna break rings. I think if I add any, maybe on the center of the poinsettia. Let's look at that. Maybe some little, no, I think the white ones. All right. We'll just add a few of these tucked in the centers of the poinsettias. And that way we're not going too crazy, but it'll add that little something extra that we love, right? So a little one there, maybe a big one on that, medium one there. Kind of vary the sizes a little bit. I think these could both be, well, maybe we could get away with medium on those. Yeah, let's do mediums there. I need to grab a few more out of my, since we're only doing a few on here, I think, because this one has a lot more kind of tucked back behind. We also could probably get away with more bling on this one because it's got more white space. Oh, I just saw Leah's comment about the metallic gold pearls. Now I just spent all this time putting those on, but you know what? We're gonna pivot and change because I didn't even think of how perfect the gold pearls would be. Brilliant idea. Okay, so you have to watch me all over again one more time. Great idea. All right, let's make sure I have those little ones when I hang out in the package sometimes. So I want to make sure I have a little bit of all the sizes there. That pops so much more than just the clear jewels. Okay, there's, that one needs a big one. Oops, a little bit smaller there. And then shrink down to the itty bitties there. Okay, and we'll adhere those down. That was exactly what these needed. Yes, gold pearls were exactly the right choice. Can't believe I didn't even think of that. I think my brain was going, so much gold, do something different, but I really don't think it's possible to have too much gold, right? I don't know. You could also do this with silver if you are more of a silver person. Although with the gold already on the washi, it's kind of just really works together. Okay. All right, clean that off. Close this up. So that's not much bling, it's just the teensiest, tiniest little bit of enhancement there on the center of the poinsettias. And I thought about adding another sentiment, like a secondary one, but I am just going to leave these as is. So 100% no stamping. Oh, the gold pearls were out of stock. Sorry, guys. I'm hoping it'll be soon. Okay, so there's our reverse foiled with that awesome solid hot foil plate. Here's the original foiled of the background, and then the reverse of the sentiment and the hot foiled die cut to perfectly match. All right. Any last questions here? I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera around. And again, I'm sorry for doing a sneak peek again so soon. Sorry, not sorry. Is that a thing? But I'm so glad I could finally let the cat out of the bag and show that one. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. What a great turnout of friends joining. I'll watch her for Leah to pick a winner. And yeah, let me know. I'm so excited to see everyone start using this for all their other hot foil. I forgot I was actually going to show you. You know what? I'll save that for another time. I was going to show you some of the other hot foil pieces, the negative ones, real quick. I'll just show you a couple that I think are worth showing while I wait for Leah to pick a winner. So I heard people keep talking about butterflies. Check out the reverse of the butterflies. One of my personal favorites. And then another, oops, nope. Where is it? Nope, I can't find it. I thought I had another one that I was gonna sneak out and show. Winner. Another one while I wait. And, oh, how about one of those sentiments I was telling you about? Oh, and there's our winner. Where you're tagged in the comments. So email Leah at lea@pinkfreshstudio.com and give her 2 to 3 days to reply. And I'll show you since I teased and pulled it out already. Here's our celebrate word with the reverse of that one. That one's been in my stash for forever because I couldn't wait. Oh, and you know what? There's the other one I was going to pull out to show you. Another fun background one. Some of the floral backgrounds. So many more to show you, and I have a feeling we'll be showing you lots more in the days and weeks to come. And there's only 3 weeks to wait. Also today, if you haven't seen it yet, we have our release Instagram hop for the holiday release. And yesterday was the blog hop. Both are still running strong and lots of room to leave comments. There's a giveaway on every stop along, chances to win along the blog hop and along the Instagram hop. And then on our YouTube channel, scroll back on our YouTube channel here, there's a video with the release. And on that, in our Instagram post and our blog post on the Pink Fresh blog, there's a chance to win the entire holiday release. So please check that out. It's totally worth taking the time to leave the comments because it's a big, really awesome release. So, all right, that's it for me for today. Thank you everyone for coming and for putting up with me sharing another sneak peek with you. And we'll see you back on Thursday for Facebook Live. Leah will be doing that, taking over for me, and I'll be in the comments. Stephanie, the info is in the comment where you're tagged. You want to email Leah at pinkfreshstudio.com, and her name is spelled L-E-A. There's no H on the end. Go ahead and email her, and she will get that off to you in 2 to 3 days. All right, that's all. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.